Week 16 begins with a massive game in the NFC West between the Seahawks and the Rams. I'm Rob Stats Guerrero from the Pro Football Insiders. You don't get bigger in terms of division games than what we will see on Thursday night with the Rams headed to Seattle to take on Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. There are a ton of implications for this game. Let's just start with the Rams side of it. Number one, you win, you all but lock up the division. It's not guaranteed because there's a couple of games left, but you would go a long, long way towards securing your hat and t-shirt. You'd have the season series over Seattle because don't forget the Rams won earlier this year in a very, very close game. And you would maintain your number one seed in the NFC, which is obviously something the Rams would want to do because you get the bye week in the playoffs. Two other aspects of this for the Rams. Matthew Stafford could lock up the MVP, I believe, with a good performance. I know it's not right and it shouldn't be this way, but the truth is nationally televised games matter more. They just do. This is prime time against a quality opponent, against a division opponent, and on the road, and potentially without your number one red zone target in Devontae Adams. So a lot would go in Matthew Stafford's corner if he were to have a good performance in this game. It may lock up the MVP for him this season. And also, just saying, when the time comes, eventually Matthew Stafford's going to retire. He's going to want to get into the Hall of Fame. He's got the Super Bowl ring now with the Rams. Adding an MVP to that resume certainly isn't going to hurt his chances of becoming enshrined among the game's all-time great quarterbacks. And lastly, for the Rams, there's this. What does everybody say? There's no great teams this year. There's no great teams in the NFC particularly, right? It's wide open. The Rams are sitting there like, hey, hold on a second. We're the number one seed, and we have beaten every potential NFC team that we're going to come up against, except for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think Rams fans would say it was two fluky block field goals that stopped us from winning that game. We should have beat them too. So the Rams want to tell everybody, we are the dominant team. We are the number one seed. Stop saying that there's no one out there. Stop saying there's no great teams. That's us. And this would give them a chance to do that if they were to knock off Seattle. Now, on the flip side of things, for the Seahawks, you win this game and it is chaos, basically, in the NFC. Every other NFC team would be cheering if you win this game. First of all, Seattle, you win. You're leading the NFC West. Congratulations. Second of all, you'd split the season series with the Rams. That's obviously good. And you would be the number one seed in the NFC if you were to get a win. And the Rams potentially could fall all the way to third place in the NFC West with a loss. And if you needed one more thing to pile on to the outcome of this, I got one. If the Rams beat the Seahawks, believe it or not, if the Seahawks beat the Rams, the 49ers would actually control the path to the number one seed. Because if Seattle beats the Rams, the Niners could be the number one seed in the NFC by winning out. And nobody could stop them, which is crazy to say, but that's what this would open the door to. Now, of course, part of that would be the Seahawks losing to the 49ers in the final week of the season. That would have to go along with that, of course, but it would be chaos in the NFC if the Seahawks were to somehow win. From their quarterback perspective, you know this game means a lot to Sam Darnold. You know it. He struggled against them earlier this year with the 4 interceptions. Now, Seahawks fans will tell you that they still had a ball in the air at the end of that game with a chance to win if it went through the uprights, and that is all true. But 4 interceptions for Sam Darnold in that game. Last season ended when Sam Darnold lost to this Rams team in the playoffs, including taking 9 sacks in that game. He's got 6 turnovers in his last 2 games against this Rams defense. I know he's going to tell you, it's just another game. Don't believe any of that. He needs a win in this one. He knows the demons that he is up against, and he would love to exercise those going into the playoffs. And that's really what it's about, right? Look, they're going to make the playoffs in Seattle. That's a given. But you want to feel Sam Darnold like, hey, you know what? If we've got to face these guys again, I've shown that I can do it. I've shown that I can play well against them. It's not going to be a sort of seeing ghosts type of situation for Sam Darnold. Those allegations are following him around right now. He would love to silence the haters with a nice win in front of the national world. The national world, that doesn't make sense. In front of a national audience on Thursday Night Football. We'll see if he can do it. I know Niners fans will be rooting for him to do it, but it's going to be one hell of a game on Thursday night.